All right, we're here with the coach, the myth, the legend, OG Ashley Sleap for Coffee Talk, for Harborside Cafe's Coffee Talk episode. I think this is episode 7 now, maybe 6 or 7.
Favorite number.
Also a special one because we have some homemade coffee today, which is real special.
Thanks
but yeah,
to you.
we've got Coach Ashley Sleap with us, who is the oldest coach we have.
Yeah.
Longest tenured coach aside from the owners. And welcome.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks for this.
Okay, Ashley, you have been here the longest, so let's start there.
Yeah.
You go way back. Let's start at the beginning, because I love this story, and I don't think everybody else knows
Okay.
it. Definitely not everybody knows it.
When I started CrossFit.
When you started CrossFit.
All
so
right.
you started at the BAC because you saw what?
So my husband and I joined the BAC off of a Groupon.
That is my favorite thing. Because
So there
it's
used to be
so old school.
Groupons that we saw, that I just saw it in the app, and I was like, let's try this. I heard about CrossFit from my brother. He's in the military, and he's like, you'd be good at this. Let's try it. So we did one class. I forgot his name. He was like dark hair, tall.
Oh, it wasn't like
It
Josh
wasn't
or
Josh
Jeff?
and Lindsay. Our first
Oh,
class
really?
was outside on a Saturday morning.
Okay.
I forgot this guy's name.
At the BAC.
At the Boulevard. So we were like where, I don't know, Bye Bye Baby was.
Wow, that's interesting. I always just
So we
assumed
started
it was
this
Josh or
random
Lindsay.
class, and it was good. And then he's like, you should come back. So then we came back a week later, I think, and we walked in, and I remember specifically it was a clean and jerk ladder, and Lindsay was coaching, and she's just like, oh, all right, let's go.
Nice.
And we did it, and we liked it. It was
Okay, so
good
then
competitive nature. Then we never did on ramp. We just did
went right
group.
into it.
Yeah, we just
Started
went right
doing
into it. We never did
All right,
on ramp
so
classes.
how long did you go to do that at the BAC for?
I think it was like, I don't know, 6 months maybe.
Okay.
And then
Then they shut down.
They shut down. Yeah.
And that's when Josh, Jeff, and Lindsay
Yeah.
secretly transitioned to getting Harborside kind
Yeah.
of started and
Yep.
didn't have a gym for a little bit. That's a story for another day that someday we'll get into.
Yeah.
So you went to CrossFit Amherst just for a very short period, like that in between time.
Yeah, I actually went to Buffalo for a month. CrossFit Buffalo for a month. Didn't work out. It was fine. Classes were not with my schedule. Then we went to Amherst because they were closer.
Yeah.
A lot of us went from the BAC to Amherst,
Right.
and we did that for a while. And then we
Then
we went to Josh's garage, and we would do that.
Right.
And
Okay.
so
So
here.
then they opened up here, right?
Yeah.
The current place we're at.
Yep.
How long into being opened here did you, I don't know, like start coaching, or did they ask you to coach, or did you think about like, hey,
I don't think I ever thought about coaching. I remember they approached me.
This is like 11, 12 years ago. by the way.
So they approached me. No, not.
No, that they opened. I'm
They
saying,
opened.
Like, yeah.
They approached me before they were getting their L2. So I think it was around like May.
Okay.
And I remember, I had just had Cal, so it was 2017.
Okay.
And they were getting their L2s down in Miami, and they're like, "Hey, we want you to coach. There's a seminar this weekend. It was probably like a Tuesday up in Canada." So I went to CrossFit Coliseum, got my L1 that
Same.
weekend, and then
Nice.
they were gone, and I started.
That's funny because
Yeah,
that's very
it's-
similar to what happened with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so then you've been coaching now for probably like 7. That's like 7 or 8 years, ish, maybe a
No,
little longer.
10. I think it's 10.
Okay, yeah, that would
10
make
years?
sense.
10 years,
That
yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been doing it. I mean, a lot of classes,
Yeah.
a lot of people, all variations of classes. Meaning some. I mean, you don't typically coach morning classes, but you have,
I have.
or other like Saturday mornings and stuff.
Yeah,
so
I'll
you,
fill
so you
in
get
here
a
and
good
there.
you get a good variety of all the people.
My normal was Tuesdays for forever, and now I'm doing the 9 a.m. at South. So
That's
that's
right. And you
Tuesdays. I'm
coach at
pretty
South.
busy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
which
coach at
is cool.
South, and then I coach here. But
Yeah, you're one of
mainly
the few that's like set at both South
Yeah.
and here,
Yep.
which is cool. All right, prior to CrossFit though, what kind of stuff did you do? Like obviously you said, so you're married to Joe.
Yep.
And for those that don't know Joe, he's a great guy. And what you guys would just go to like the BAC or other
Yeah.
gyms and just kind of do traditional?
we started with P90X.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't really do fitness, like working out. I had no idea what I was doing. Even if I worked at the BAC, I really had no idea. I was like, let's run for a mile. Let's do some
Yeah, oh, yeah.
machines.
I
like
did insanity.
everybody, yeah.
Insanity.
So
in the attic or
we did
something.
insanity. We did P90X for a while, and then I found the Groupon. I'm like, let's try it. So I always like the competitive nature coming from sports. So it's definitely fit well
Yeah.
with me.
And you played, so you played a lot of sports in high school and in college, or you could have played in college, but you decided not to? Or?
I've played hockey my whole life. I played hockey in college. I went to Brockport. Originally, I went to college. I went to Cortland for field hockey. I was a scholarship. I was a goalie for Amherst in high school. And then I got a scholarship based on going to states. The coach found me, and she's like, let's try it.
Yeah.
However, I really wanted to play hockey, but didn't get a scholarship there. So transferred to Brockport after a year at Cortland. I wasn't a fan of the Cortland field hockey team. I also was on the bench. I never played really. I was the third goalie. So as a freshman, that's frustrating. So then I went to Brockport, played hockey there. That was awesome.
Nice.
And I wish I could still play now.
And then you went and you became a teacher for a little
Yep,
bit.
I was phys ed and health teacher. I worked in the city for 5 years, and then I found I was pregnant with my son, and I was like, let's take a step back. Yeah, it was a challenge every day, but I enjoyed it. I always knew I wanted to be a phys ed teacher because of my grandfather. He's the one that introduced me to all my sports. So I was very just athletic and in sports my whole life.
Nice.
But
and that's
always wanted to do that.
I mean, that's so obviously as you mentioned, like that
Yeah.
translated over into CrossFit because just the competitive nature, enjoying, competing with yourself and pushing yourself and having that like extra gear of going beyond your limits or being uncomfortable, all that stuff. Not really having a choice, like when you're in a game or practice, you just gotta do it. And same thing kind of here.
Yep.
You've done a lot of competing though, as
Yes.
far as CrossFit's concerned.
Yes.
And at this stage of your career or your life, that's probably not as important as it was maybe like, a decade ago.
Yeah.
But talk about that. Like when you were, when the gym was first kind of starting and we didn't have a ton of members, but we had a pretty solid group. Everybody was a lot younger.
Yeah.
And
10 years ago, essentially.
competitions were just kind of starting to pop up locally.
Yeah.
What was that scene like? I mean, you were ingrained in it.
I was. I think I remember my first individual competition was at CrossFit 716 or Lumber City now. It was outside. It was individual. That was very scary, but I did it. I won.
Nice.
And then from then, we're entering competitions like every weekend, but they were also here. They were here at Amherst, at Buffalo, in Rochester. We would go to like Syracuse as teams, as individuals, and it was awesome to just be doing that almost every weekend in a competition.
Yeah.
And we did well. We definitely represented the gym. And then eventually we would get a bunch of groups going, a bunch of people to do it. But the competitions kind of like fell off after COVID, I think.
COVID definitely killed them.
No, we were busy. It was fun.
And then you competed in Wadapalooza a few times, which is a big globally a big competition.
Done that 3 times, yeah.
Would you say that was the most fun, or was it the most fun? 'Cause you've done other big competitions as well, but I mean, as far as the stage goes, that's the biggest, right?
That was just having everybody watching you.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting ready, they were getting ready to see the pros, but
Yeah.
watching you, that was definitely fun. It was definitely scary, like, because you're corralled and you don't know what's going on. And there's, a lot of girls, a lot of teams, but once you're in there, you're not going to be, winning.
Right.
So it's just there to have fun and just competing outside, like in Miami. It's just
that's
definitely the biggest one we've done. It was 3 days of workouts.
I mean,
and we prepared for
that year that we had a huge group go down, and there was a couple teams competing, and Lindsay competing individually and everything. That was awesome. I mean, seeing you guys do your thing, compete, really like give it your best effort.
Yeah.
But then just like the audience, the stage, the equipment,
it's
being warming up next to the pros.
Yeah,
like, it's
seriously,
pretty cool.
you're in the you're warming up your cleans, and there's Tia Claire Toomey next to you, and you're just in awe. Like,
Plus all the gear and
well,
all the
yeah,
vendors
but I mean,
and
it's
like
just
that's a cool.
just
I'm
doing
happy you
that.
guys. Like selfishly, I'm happy you guys did it because then it led to all of us
Yeah.
being able to go and
But
watch.
you did the gauntlet.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
was
that
cool.
was fun.
But I can imagine like as an athlete that was like,
It's-
okay, this is like as cool as it's gonna
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
And that's
for
pretty
sure.
cool.
It's nerve
Satisfying.
wracking, but it's definitely it is satisfying. You know, you work hard, and
Yeah.
we did well. I mean, we did good. The teams we put together, I mean, they did well representing.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Here, like, I mean, we did. I think one of our best events was the swimming. It was February here.
Yeah.
We didn't practice swimming.
Yeah.
No, it was just fun. You kind of block out all the cheering and the people watching you. I mean, we
Yeah.
could hear you guys cheering us. We knew you were there,
Sure.
but you just kind of block it out. You just gotta,
Sure.
you know, tune into what you're doing. But,
Now, fast forward, as I said, we still compete.
We do,
We
yeah.
still have a few local competitions, and we like to take part in them. We obviously still care and give it our best shot, but obviously not the same level.
No.
So you've kind of transitioned more into coaching, and now you got your kids starting to compete in sports.
do,
Do you
yeah.
enjoy that, or is that stressful?
That's stressful for me. Being so competitive, I definitely need to like calm down with them.
That's what I was wondering.
And I don't want to pressure them, and it's okay if they're not the best. I just want
Yeah.
them to have fun and enjoy what they're doing. Like, I know they're not, Olympic level right now.
Yeah.
And it's okay if they don't ever get to that caliber. I just want them to enjoy playing a sport.
Right.
I don't want them to burn out. I kind of think I maybe burned out in some things
Yeah.
in college and high
For
school.
sure. I mean, everybody
And that
reaches
is
a
because
point
I
of
was
that.
just into it. I was so focused, but I don't want that to happen. I want them to enjoy exercising or their sport into their life. So.
Right.
But yeah, it's stressful for me. I have to walk away sometimes. I can't. Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, I sometimes,
Yeah.
my kids don't participate in stuff like that, and I wish they did. But then other times I'm like, it's probably better that they don't. Because I feel like I'd have a hard time with it.
I've been their coach for a couple things, and
Yeah.
I can't do it because, not that they don't respond to me as their parent.
Yeah.
They don't think that I know what
course.
I'm talking to,
Of course.
and it's like, and that's okay.
Right.
I'd rather just be the parent and watch them.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah.
And then, I mean, outside of that, you're still active, right? You guys ski and snowboard,
Ski,
and
snowboard, yeah.
you're active. You're always doing stuff with the gym, obviously, like
Yeah.
other outside activities and things like that.
From the
High
half
rocks,
marathon,
running, yeah, that kind of stuff.
yeah.
What other stuff do you do? What's hobbies that people don't know?
I love puzzles.
Other than reading.
I love puzzles and reading.
Wait, what kind of puzzles? Like jigsaw
like
puzzles?
jigsaw puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles rule. I love them.
Yeah,
I can't do them because
No,
I get too hyper focused on it.
if I do it, it takes me like a couple days.
Yeah,
The
see,
biggest
I
one I've
gotta
done
get it
was
done.
5,000. Took up my entire table. Maybe took me a week.
I gotta
really like
get it
puzzles.
done like that day. It
Yeah.
just bothers me until it's done.
I actually had a puzzle subscription as a
nice.
present. It was
Like you do one and then you send it back and then they send you a new one.
So of course
That's cool.
everything's for time. I had to get the most puzzles in for the month. I had to get my subscriptions worth. So
Oh my
I would do
gosh.
like 3 or 4 puzzles a month, but that got too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love puzzles. I love to read. I like being outside. I like
Yeah.
like going to the beach.
Nice.
I like swimming. Kids like to swim in the summer.
Oh,
But-
that's I
yeah.
forgot. Yeah, you guys have access to a pool, so
yeah.
that's cool.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I just like being with the kids. It's a different time in my life.
Yeah.
And as much as I loved doing all the things I did without kids, I can't think of
Right.
not having them now.
Right.
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 Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. And they're fun.
For sure.
They're good
Cool.
age. Yeah.
Anything else you want to share that people don't know about you? I
think
feel
that's
like
it.
everybody
I don't
knows.
know.
Doesn't know you, but everybody has an idea of, what you're about and
Yeah.
what you do.
I think so. I hope so.
In a good way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's good. Let's wrap it up. Cheers. As
Cheers.
always,
All
stay
right.
tuned. Like and subscribe.